After being blown up a dozen times, the two men finally came up with the perfect plan. That was to convince the passengers to help them. Get them to help control the old woman. Pulling the bus onto the bridge, they had to throw the time bomb into the sea in 30 seconds. But they knew there were only two people to do it, because the other passengers were unreliable. They lied about being police officers, punching the information for assistance into their phones. But the older man hesitates, because if he's not careful, the old woman will kill him alone. But without the uncle, the risk is too great. And just when the two men were at a loss, he promised him that it would be a good deed. There would be a big reward for success. He had to take the prize money, because he wanted his daughter to have a good life. And that's how he managed to bring in a helper. The next step was easy for Jack. All he had to do was call out his code name to summon him. The next step was to reveal the helper's information, but Jack was confused. Who are you? What are you doing? Jack knew he wasn't a cop with that look. Even though Mike had told Jack all his secrets, he didn't want to believe Mike. The two men were a little disappointed, thinking Jack was a big liar. But Jack, chosen by the light, never told a lie. He once promised, just by calling out his name, he would choose to believe unconditionally. First, Annie had to convince the driver. Tell the driver that there is a rabid dog in the car. The driver brakes hard when he hears this. He seemed to be a bit timid. He was frightened by the old woman. And then Annie went on to say, the man was carrying a bomb under his feet. The police are now on the bridge. You'll have to stop in front of it. And the police would throw the bomb into the sea. Yet Annie knew there were no police ahead. Annie had to get the driver to pull himself together. It was their only chance of survival. With their destination in sight, Mike led two helpers into action. He took the old woman in his arms before she could see him. The older man was right behind her. She's got her hands and feet in a chokehold. She doesn't want to set off the bomb or pull out her dagger. Jack saw this and grabbed the pressure cooker. Then Annie went to calm the passengers. Everything was flowing smoothly. Just get out of the car and throw the bomb into the sea and the job is done. And then it's back to normal life. But then the unexpected happens. Little did they know there was another hidden werewolf on board. Everyone was frozen. The driver and she were in cahoots. At this point, the driver was also torn. But in the end, hatred overtook him. He kept speeding up. Then he came to a stop in the middle of the bridge. Then he locked the car door. With a look of hopelessness on his face, with his hands in the air, ready for the 145 explosion. With just over 20 seconds left, Tanyon's voice is already ringing out. Mike saw the car stop and cracked open the window, and then takes a leap of faith.